I hope the wind noise isn't going to be too bad. It is pretty windy. The last time I was on a bridge and it was like this windy, the sound wasn't too bad. So I'm hoping that this video, even though we're going live right now, won't be that bad either. I just finished lunch and with my daughter and picked up some medication from her. So I guess the doctor's put me on this thing called like I think it's Avastatin or something like that. I forget the name, but it's to control cholesterol. I was reading some of the side effects. They're like pretty serious. You could end up getting a heart attack out of it. But apparently, it's supposed to clear out or help clear out your blood vessels and stuff of clogged arteries and things like that. So I'm probably going to go ahead and take it, even though I don't really like medication. If the doctor's prescribing it, you know, for now. And I'm going to go ahead and probably contact the doctor or the nurse on Monday or whatever and let them know that I'm trying to remove myself off the metformin or whatever. Because the Avastatin or whatever it is called is supposed to be to reduce cholesterol levels. The other one is to reduce the sugar level in your blood to help, you know, process the food when you eat it. Which I think right now my body's doing a pretty good job of processing the food because the sugar level has been dropping. Chance wants to know if I feel better. Actually, I feel pretty good. I'm still kind of hungry at times because obviously, I know people don't understand, but I used to eat like, I don't know if you saw my picture of the Chinese restaurant I was just at. I had about a quarter plate of rice, which is about a cup, a little bit over a cup and a half. I mean, a little bit under a cup and a half of white rice. That is like 1/6 of what I normally eat. So I've cut rice dramatically. And even the meats, you know, I've cut that. That was like half or less than half, 1/3 of what I normally eat. I normally pig out. So I eat a lot. And I've basically cut that out. And I'm getting back into my routine of walking and doing things. If you guys have been with the channel, then you know that when I was living in the van, I pretty much did this every day. I walked and did all these physical things. Which is probably why I was okay then, you know, when they did the A1C reading on my blood, whenever I went to the clinic, you know, and they tested me, which they test me like, I guess every 6 months or a year or whatever. They said I was fine. But with the COVID and settling down in an RV and stuff, because I'm living in an RV, I don't really get out as much. You know, I go to work, I go home, like the average person. Instead of, I get off work, I go to my van, and I drive around trying to hide from the cops. And then I go to the beach, or I go to the library, like right here. This is the Ogali Library. And I'm just here to walk and chill and look at the bird. And I may go to the beach side and walk on the beach today, because I know I ate a lot. I pigged out today. So that'll be extra walking. But, you know, what I thought was interesting was that basically I'm now having to do what I used to do anyways. You know, if you watch the channel, I used to get out all the time and come to places like this. I would always be out at the river or the beach, or even walking around in the city, you know, in the mall, getting lost in Sawgrass Mill Mall down in South Florida. That was an adventure. It took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get out of there. I couldn't figure out how to get out. But now I'm having to do it again. So I'm trying to think exactly what has changed, and the main thing that has changed is I'm just more aware of what I eat, and, you know, I'm putting it into my body. Snacks are becoming more like nuts. I just went by Walmart and picked up some walnuts and some almonds, you know, plain. So those are what I'll be using to snack on when I'm like hungry in between meals. But other than that, not much has changed. I am feeling a little bit better, you know, not sleeping as much, because not as sleepy as I used to be, because I'm forcing myself to get out. Like today, honestly, what I want to do, you know, would normally want to do is just go home and go back and lay down, because I think of depression, but now I'm thinking it's the diabetes in addition to the depression, you know, just of the situation that's going on right now. But that's a coconut. But the whole diagnosis has made it so I'm forcing myself back out into nature to walk around. Like today I'll be walking around here a little bit just to stop by. You know, this used to be my home for a while. I know Officer Rodriguez, if he's watching this is where he would come meet up with me and stuff. But, you know, I used to camp out here. Used to sleep in that parking lot right over there. So, you know, I'm back home, if you want to call it that, with all the animals. And I wanted to check out this coconut here. And it looks like it actually has coconut juice. I should take it home and pop it open and drink some of that juice. Coconut milk. You know, coconut milk is really good for you. But I don't know if it's good for diabetics. I'd have to Google, are coconuts good for diabetics? Is coconut milk good for diabetics? Coconut juice, coconut water, or whatever it is, whatever they call it. I think they call it coconut water. But essentially I'm back in my normal area. Just thought I'd walk around and explore this place a little bit. There's a lot of kids here, so I gotta watch my camera. But I'm gonna go out to the pier, take a look around, then head over beachside and possibly take a really long walk on the beach, just to clear my mind and, more importantly, burn off the fat. But that medication I just picked up, you know, my daughter brought it over to me. It's like heavy duty stuff. I was reading that, it's like, holy schmoly, the side effects can kill you. But I don't know why the doctor's giving it to me unless she thinks I really need it right now. So I'll go ahead and take it, but then I may ask her, I may go ahead and call sometime next week and say, look, if my sugar level, maybe I won't call her until I look at the levels and they become normal. If I get my sugar level down, to, you know, normal range, and they haven't done the blood test yet, but if they get my sugar level down, do I really need to keep taking this stuff? Because I don't want to take it. I don't want to take medication unless I have to. And what's happening once you start this whole process, they start giving you more and more medicine. You know, and then next thing you know, you have to keep taking it. My feelings about the whole thing with medication is that the more you take, the more your body starts to not produce what it needs to produce. It's like your glasses, you know? People who wear glasses, you know what I'm talking about. You start off with your vision sort of not working so well, then they give you glasses, and then your eyes become even weaker. You end up needing, almost every year, you end up needing a stronger and stronger prescription. So, as you make these things for your body to help it, it ends up causing trouble. You know, it ends up making your body a lot weaker. I don't know if it's actually I'm not on Wi-Fi. I think I'm on cellular. So I think walking out won't be an issue. But I don't know if the broadcast might go out if I'm on cellular, it'll go out. Chance says, I take that cholesterol drug. It works good. My level went from 200 to 90. It affects your joints pain. And then walking is key. I think that's the thing. It's like I've been exercising a lot more, and like last night for the first time, my numbers after eating, you know, I ate and then 2 hours later you're supposed to take the blood reading. I took a reading and it said you should be less than 180 2 hours after eating dinner, and I was at like 137, which is like to me kind of low, you know, especially 2 hours after eating. I wasn't in the 180s. And that was eating a lot. You saw how much I ate. Well, I don't know if you saw how much I ate, but I ate a lot last night. So, I don't know what it is right now. I'm not going to do reading right now. I think I've been doing too many readings. I'm supposed to do it like 3 times a week, but I've been doing it like 4 or 5 times a week. Because I'm trying to monitor with the different foods and stuff what the effect is. And, you know, I took myself off the metformin, or whatever that stuff's called, and it didn't seem to impact the numbers going down. And I think the metformin is supposed to reduce the sugar level in your blood, you know, for the when you do that Lance test, the glucose level. So if it's going down from me walking and you know, exercising, doing all these things I'm trying to do again, return back to, then there's no point in taking the metformin other than to suffer the side effects and possible damage to my organs. Now this new one says cholesterol, so you know, I think they're thinking that I may have I think most people do when you live a long enough time, when you get to your 40s and 50s. If you eat animals, you know, with oil and stuff like that, grease, fat, body fat, and things like that, it tends to clog up your blood vessels. So, you know, that happens when you get older. So I don't know if it happens to vegetarians or not, unless they eat, like, I don't know if vegetable oil would have the same effect, but grease and body, you know, fat, when you cook it and stuff and you eat it, it becomes fat that floats around in your body basically and then clogs up your blood vessels. So I think that's what that new medication is for. It said calcium, you know, it said like 40 milligrams and whatever the name was, and it said calcium. I'm assuming that medicine's mostly calcium, and it probably flows through your blood as chunks, then hits the fat and possibly knocks it off the walls. That's what I'm guessing it does. I'm guessing that's how it works. Like, you take that medicine and it puts calcium in your blood, and then your blood flows with the calcium chunks in it, and the calcium hits the fat and knocks it loose from the walls. That's what I'm guessing happens, and that's how you probably end up with a heart attack or something. It knocks off a big chunk of fat, and then it clogs. I don't know. I'm just guessing based on Denoy guessing. I have no medical background. just logically of how it would probably work. So I don't know, unless it forms with some other chemicals in your bodies and does something. I don't know, but I can't conceive cleaning your blood vessels other than knocking the fat off and having it flow. Because it mentioned that some of the side effects could be like urinary tract and also, you know, painful urination and things like that. I don't know, because possibly if it knocks off your blood vessel and it's floating around through your systems, eventually your body tries to clear it out by peeing it out, you know, I guess, and then it could end up clogging and hurting. I don't know. I'm just guessing. A lot of guessing. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take the medicine, even though I'm anti-meds, just because if the doctor felt I needed it, then I'm assuming there's good cause for it. But I'm going to ask her about it. I don't see her for another 7 months, so I'm going to ask her before then. But I'll go ahead and take the medicine for a little bit, see if it has any side effects are too much for me, other than dying, obviously. But yeah, you read the medication side effects, and it's death. You know, I'm like, what the? I'm not dead yet. You're gonna give me medicine that one of the side effects is me dying real fast. But that's what it is. It is what it is, right? Anyhow, I hope you guys are enjoying the views here in Florida. It's probably in the mid 70s, really nice. A little bit on the breezy side, but not bad. You know, restaurants are open here. I do feel a little bit sorry, not a little, a lot actually, for the countries and states where, you know, food services and restaurants and stuff are still closed. I think it can be kind of bad depending on how it is and how the people sit and whether or not they wear masks and do the social distancing and everything else. But I'm kind of glad in a way that I'm in Florida in that regards, that I can go out to eat, and they seem to be, you know, setting up the rules and spreading people out, and trying to do what they can to keep people somewhat protected, even though everybody knows that going out to eat is a risk, you know. But otherwise, you don't have that. But you think about it, and life itself is a risk. You know, it's just a matter of knowing what the risk is and trying to minimize the risk and deal with what you find acceptable. You know, there are people that even without COVID or whatever do rock climbing without any ropes or anything, any safety nets, any safety ropes or anything. And if they fall, that's pretty much the end. You know, so it looks like a bag just flew in the water there. That's bad. But I don't see the dolphin here. But you know, they only come at a specific time. But I think the plan will be to head over to the beach side and actually walk on the beach on the sand. I won't be able to broadcast from there. I could record, but I don't know. I don't think I will. I'll just enjoy a little bit of a private moment. Hey Daniel, good to see you on here, man. So I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves wherever you are today, and I hope you can enjoy this view, you know, regardless of where you are. And if you're able to get out where you are, that you take advantage of the opportunity to get out and do things. Hopefully the temperatures where you are aren't too extreme, because I know parts of the country right now, you know, it's still not good. But grateful to be in Florida. By the way, if you ever end up here in your van, this is the area. I think the Melbourne police are pretty cool. Like, you know, they understand, at least when, you know, Officer Rodriguez showed up, he wasn't like an a-hole or anything, and he was actually very respectful and very nice. And he said that, you know, they kind of keep an eye on you to see if you're going to be a troublemaker or if you're not anything, you know, which they knew me. He knew me to the point where they knew me on YouTube. But the reason Officer Rodriguez knew me was actually, I don't know if you guys remember Georgie Flores. He's got a YouTube channel where he and his kids and friends and stuff, they go out to the compound and they ride the four-wheelers, the ATVs. George was one of the others. He was one of the people I was hiding from in the compound. But he actually tracked me down. Yeah, he tracked me down and, you know, wanted to meet me and check things out. But basically gave me a tour of the compound, you know, which I made some videos on about the Palm Bay compound. And if you get in touch with Georgie, you know, he said he's willing to give a tour and stuff. So he's kind of an expert at the compound because he knows all the little roads and stuff and where to go and all the places you can go and where to be careful. He even showed me the graveyard. I don't know if you guys saw the graveyard, the boneyard. There's like a carcass dumping station out there. Or location, not station, but people take dead animals, deer and alligator and stuff, and they literally dump the bodies. And you go over there and there's like bodies everywhere of bones and stuff of alligators and things out in the compound. I don't know if you guys saw that, the boneyard episode. And then I did a headlight cleaning restoration in the boneyard with bones all around me. A little bit crazy, but I was hoping that people would look at it and go, oh, this is interesting. But people just ignored it. So, but yeah, there was just bodies everywhere. And I remember the cops were out there. They came up to me, you know, we talked, but I wasn't doing anything. Got a little piece of nut in my throat. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out and head out to the beach side and go for a walk. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are having a great day. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And Bessie says, I finally made it in my van. What did you make? Where did you go? Or you finally got your van built and safe? There is you know, if you need assistance and stuff, make sure you join the Facebook group, the van dweller group, you know, the living in a van, and, you know, try to connect with some of the people there and form your networks. There's also a group I think called Van Dweller Guardian Angels or something like that. Try to join that group too, because that group's pretty active in helping people. And like, I don't think I ever tried sleeping overnight on this side. But typically I will park on the other side. I'm just letting people know because some people might need it. But typically I'll park on the other side by the water because you can go fishing. So if you bring a fishing pole or something, you could possibly go fishing at night, you know, and leave your vehicle there. And if the police come, first off, the police aren't going to hassle you unless you're doing something bad. You know, at least Melbourne police. And what I found was, I don't know if Officer Flores, Officer, what's his name? Now I'm getting all mixed up. It's Georgie Flores, Officer Rodriguez. I don't know if he had anything to do with it, but they used to lock this bathroom here. This is a bathroom in front of the library. That building right there, the little building has a male and female bathroom. They used to lock it up at night, but then I noticed they kept it open. They've been keeping it open, you know, at night, so that somebody like me who might be parked here could use the bathroom instead of getting up in the middle of the night or whatever, and there's no bathroom available. So I don't know. They're still keeping it open. I don't know what the status is. I haven't checked. But you know, I wish cities would do that for people. I know a lot of cities tend to be like anti-homeless or, you know, anti-van dwellers and things like that, but the van dwellers and stuff are people, you know, humans. Not only humans, if they're here in America, they're more than likely Americans. And you know, if they may be doing it on purpose because they want to travel and do things like that, but most of the people you see in urban, as far as cities and stuff, they're not doing it because they want to. They're doing it because they have to. It's a survival thing. It's something has happened. Something bad has happened usually. and they've lost their home or whatever, and they're just trying to make it until they can get back out on their feet and get out of this kind of bad situation. So, you know, cities that actually think about that and put up services and things like that for the homeless, I think that's the way people should be and cities should be, because society was created to make things better for everybody, you know, for humans, the people who live there. And the homeless are actually part of the people who live there. So I hope that cities understand that. And if anybody, you know, that has anything to do with cities and stuff, watch the Van Dweller channels. You know, maybe they can have some impact on passing policies and things like making a safe parking spot for, you know, homeless people or whatever, temporarily. I say temporarily homeless because honestly, cities are supposed to have shelters and things like that for people like that. And a lot of times the shelters are overcrowded or not available. So if that's not available, that's a failure. Okay, the city, the government planners, the people running all this have failed. So, you know, if they're not even able to provide that, the services to accommodate people who lose their homes and whatnot, then maybe, you know, laxing the rules on sleeping in your vehicle and stuff should be allowed. When I talked to Officer Rodriguez, you know, here in Melbourne, you know, he was one of those people promoting that. You know, he was saying that you know, he's a kind of a community liaison officer, so, you know, he sees the homeless and stuff. He understands that it's not like somebody chooses to be homeless, okay? They just happen to be in a situation because of whatever happened that put them there. And if the cops and stuff are really there to protect and help the community and whatnot, well, those homeless people are part of the community. Or, you know, at one time they were probably tax-paying people or whatever. Not necessarily from this area, but maybe in another community or whatnot. And when the cities realize that and take care of them, like they seem to be doing here in Melbourne by leaving the bathrooms and stuff open and not harassing van dwellers, I think that's a good thing. So take care, everybody. Take care of yourselves. God bless you all. And stay safe, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and sign out once I can get out of here.